100 again, right? I don't know.
Dude, you're at 2,000. This is Tyler Doak 2,000 and Shane Milner 85. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Talking At. This is the video cast where we talk at each other, and that's pretty much what we're going to do. And we're going to talk at each other, and we're going to talk at you, and hopefully it'll be a good time for everybody. My name is Shane Milner.
I'm Tyler Doak.
And yeah, we'll be your hosts. So Tyler, should we get into some cold opens?
Let's do it.
Some icebreakers.
Cold open.
Okay.
Mine are themed, and I'm proud of myself.
Yours
So
is themed?
yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, like all my images I'm presenting today are themed. So
that's great. All right.
well, two
let's
that I planned.
see what you got going on here. It looks like you got this picture was this left on your door this morning? What is this?
No, but that's what made me pick it.
So we got born on a mountain, raised in a cave. Is this really a quote? Did I miss this? Did I miss this one?
I mean, this looks real to me. I'm pretty sure.
This is a page ripped right out of a Gideon Bible, right? The people were astonished at his doctrine. Yeah, so what happened to you earlier today that made you pick this one?
Oh, I just got one. Just got one of those on my door. Not this. Not even like a chick track. They're like, submit this to get a free Bible, and it's like learn about Jesus' love, but also about hell if you don't. Like,
That's right. Yeah, you'll just absorb the knowledge of hell like vicariously through your hedonistic life without Christ. Like, no need to subscribe to that newsletter because you're already living it, bro. What makes me really laugh about this one is the people were astonished at his doctrine. Like, that's definitely the kicker on this. Yeah, I really enjoy that one.
It's good art too, man. It's like, I mean, it's maybe not outstanding, but it's a good face, man.
It's true. Like, is this an actual chick tracks? I don't remember him being this quality, or maybe they've
Yeah,
gotten
I'm
better.
not sure what this one is from exactly. When I was trying to find it again, I couldn't. I was trying to get some. I couldn't find out.
You're trying to
I
find the
guess.
source image.
Yeah, I didn't try like super hard, but
Okay.
it was like,
Well, we'll let it go.
wait.
Well, what I got for you is, I'm sorry, I was looking at Truckin and Fuckin.
It's funny.
No, I've got this. I've got this. If you check the Skype message, I got this picture from Evo that I thought was really cool.
It's real good.
Did you see this one? I found this one on Twitter. Did you see this one when it was posted?
Yeah, and I think I saw it live too, like happen. Like,
Well,
I don't know
yeah,
if it was that same guy. I don't know if it was the exact moment, but they cut to that guy a few times. Like,
because he was getting really into it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the.
I think this was during Smash. Did it say?
Okay.
Thought it was, but I could be wrong. It'd be Smash or Tekken, I think. I don't recognize the team names, like all these people's shirts.
We got like Team Solomon. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really follow the competitive gaming scene, but in lieu of giving me a battle report, do you have just anything about Evo? Because you watched pretty much the whole thing, right?
Right. Yeah, kind of. I mean, it was fun enough. Marvel was way too early, so I missed it. It kind of bummed me out.
By
I'm
early,
gonna
do you
go
mean
back
like
and watch it.
7 o'clock?
Yeah, they started at 8. Um, so yeah. Nothing too exciting. Like, I mean, the final Tokido won. I don't care about Street Fighter. I mean, they had announcements for different games, and like the Street Fighter Vive one was shitty. Big surprise.
Uh-huh.
But like beta test for the Dragon Ball game, a new crossover game from the Arc System people, where it's like they're gonna have Blaze Blue and Persona characters, and then another game series, Under Night, and then a 4th, it's like I think it's that like American made anime. It's like RWGY or something like that or whatever, or RWBY something.
Uh,
Like Rooster Teeth did it maybe. Yeah, like I'm like I could be totally wrong in all this, but it's just kind of cool. They're doing like another tag game. Like
I hope this is
'cause they
making
have all
sense
these
to other
assets.
people because I feel totally out of the loop here.
Right, right. But I mean that's kind of indicative of the finals is that I care more about like these new game announcements, you know,
Sure, sure. Okay, I gotcha.
and then a beta test for the Final Fantasy fighting game.
Well, yeah, because you were talking some trash about Street Fighter earlier, man. You were like super not impressed with the state of Street Fighter.
Yeah, I mean Street Fighter 5 is lame. Um, oh, the entrance last year was like 5,000 people or something like that
Jeez.
for Street Fighter. Yeah, just Street Fighter, and then it was down to 2,000. So it was like 2,000 one year, 5,000, and then back down to like 2,000. Maybe it was up to 3,000, but it was like way less.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because it just kind of, again, I'm just an outsider looking in on this, and I kind of take in the information on the peripheral. But I mean, I'm still interested in fighting games in general, especially the art.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it seemed like Capcom was going for because they were doing like those like little mini releases. Is that right? Like they were like downloading, like they had like downloadable content like every couple months.
Yeah, every month you get like a new character.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah. So it seems like with that kind of output, it's like it seems like the kind of thing that would like peak and then kind of peter off. And it kind of looks like that's what happened. All right.
oh,
You got anything more to add about Evo?
not about Evo, but
Oh, you got some other shit to talk.
no. But there was it's still cool, you know. I think it's hard with Evo. Like you go, the third day is in this huge. It's in the Mandalay Bay Event Center, but you have to like pay extra. It's like another speed bump in the whole situation as a attendee. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like now you have to find a ride to that place on time, and it's just I
Gotcha.
can see why less people didn't go. You know, like I mean maybe total attendance was up. I'm not sure. One of their big announcements was that they have like 200% more vendors, and I was just like,
Yeah, from the business point of view, it's like that's great for him, right? But it's
right.
like for the person, it's like, what does that mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
no, this kind of goes into
But
like what we were talking about off the air, just like about cons and stuff, and just like
mhm.
more vendors, man. That doesn't increase my interest level really.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just
Um,
selling the same shit.
but they had ESPN2 broadcast the Street Fighter finals again, which was cool, and they had an interview. So this whole interview with Takedo was like live on ESPN, which was pretty cool.
Oh, I mean,
Like after he won.
national coverage is cool.
Yeah. So it's neat, still a fighting game, still a Vivo even though I don't want to go. It's just kind of a flat, I think Street Fighter 5 just a bad game. That's why the finals aren't exciting.
Uh huh.
But
Yeah.
we got a ton of new games coming up in the next few years, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, get and maybe some of this momentum that's gaining from the fighting game community can ride out into some better games.
Yeah, and there were lots of good games or moments, maybe not necessarily in the finals. Like there was a lot of like good images, like the one that you showed. Just failure and victory, like all together. That's why it's fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right. Well, I think that kind of got us going here. Should we move on to some free play or should we move on to some trash talk? Do you got any trash talk? Because I got some trash talk.
I know. Let's do trash talk.
All right. Let's move over into trash talk. So this isn't like, I mean, it's not super severe, but I want to talk about it because I don't participate in internet like not too frequently anyways of people just like talking shit online, man. It's like I try not to get involved in that, and I'm especially not going to give my response. Like I'm not going to feed the trolls, you know what I mean?
Sure.
So here's just what I want to talk about because like skateboarding is like pretty near and dear to my heart. Like I've been skateboarding for probably like 17 years. When I see this video, I like to spend a lot of time watching skate videos online. So I see this top 10 insane moments in skateboarding history, right?
Sure. Yeah, I gotta click.
Are you seeing it on the stream, or do you want me to send you some of these pics over to Skype too?
The stream's fine. I like it.
Okay,
I don't have to click.
cool. And so I get that, and then I read the video description because I'm that kind of guy. I usually read the video descriptions or whatever. And this kid, I'll just like read it out loud here. I have it on the stream, but he's just like, okay, let me clarify something. I made this video 2 years ago when I first started skating, and I knew nothing about street or actual history. I know these moments are not insane in quotation marks or anything. I made this video expecting it to get 50 views. Please understand I put this video together when I was dumb, and that shouldn't be taken as an official list. And then et cetera, et cetera. And then he says later on, I'm getting a lot of hate on this video, but believe me when I say that this is 2 years old. It's dumb and it was made by me before I could even ollie. I'm sorry to have offended the skating community, but just please lay off. I know it's bad. I know it's not representative of skating history. I know all of this. Et cetera, et cetera. And so I read this description and I'm like, dude, my heart is broken, right? So here's like a kid who's just like starting out skating, is super hyped about skating. He takes time to put this video together.
Yeah, dude.
And then like everyone is just hating on him, and it reminded me of when I was a kid, dude. It's really true. There is a lot of bullying that happens in skateboarding, like, but I just like stuck with it, you know, and I'm glad I did, and I'm glad this kid did too, because he said this happened 2 years ago, but he's still skating. But the clips are cool, I thought. Like, I mean, they're not like necessarily my cup of tea, but it's like all mega ramp stuff and like people doing 900s. There's even like a 1080 on here. Like, it's dude, it's crazy stuff. And so, anyways, people are talking a lot of shit, and I gave my 2 cents on it. And let's see, where's my so I give my 2 cents. I say, dude, don't worry about the haters. Skateboarding is about expression. This list is your list, and it was your favorite moments at the time. Never let others make you feel bad about it. These clips are sick.
65 upvotes, dude.
Yeah, so it's like, so it actually, some people liked it. And, you know, then the guy who actually made the video comes in, he's like, oh, hey, thanks for saying this. And then some other people are just like, yeah, nice comment. And then I get this dude, M. Razor O'More, saying, Shane Milner, but maybe say top 10 tranny moments, because there was not one bit of street skating. I can always tell for your list that you obviously don't skateboard, so maybe stay in your lane as well. And I'm like, I don't know what he means by my list, but maybe he's just checking my view history, which would have been like at this time maybe like a lot of SGDQ videos or something like that. Like, that's Summer Games Done Quick, like just this fucking speedrun videos. But I just thought it was funny that he says, like, stay in your lane as well. And I'm like, you know, I'm not going to fight him online or anything. And then another dude says, the title didn't say my top 10. This list isn't great, so you can't expect people not to complain it is on YouTube. I mean, Rodney Mullen isn't on there, so how good can it be? And, okay, I'm just bringing all this to point out because it said, this title didn't say my top 10. It's like, if someone makes a video on YouTube and puts it up, I think we can infer that's their top 10, right? Like, they don't need to say my top 10 insane skate moments and like, this is this kid's top 10. But even if it was, dude, this is the point I'm trying to make. And I got a couple other picks here. The guy tells me to stay in my lane, and that doesn't say it's my top 10. It's like, dude, skateboarders, it is about expression, and you don't stay in your own lane when you're a skateboarder. That's the whole point, is that you're going out there and you're just showing off what you want to do because you want to do it. And so I got these 2 pics of these guys. This is Natas Kapas and Mark Gonzalez. When they were coming up in the 80s, it was all about vert skating. But these guys wanted to skate street, and they did it better than anybody else. And if they stayed in their lane, we wouldn't have street skating the way it is today. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, sorry, go ahead,
That's pretty much my final point. It's just saying, it's like you gotta break out of what other people say that this is what you gotta do. And you know what, if you want to do that, go ahead, but do it because you want to do it. If you want to do something different, if you think mega ramp skating is sick, like, stick to that, dude. I see like 8-year-old kids doing mega ramp stuff these days.
I know, it's nuts.
It's crazy. Like, I can't even ride down a hill going that fast, man. Like, I couldn't imagine launching off a ramp. It's nutso. But that's just my final point, man. It's like, when people tell you to stay in your own lane, it's like, you gotta do what you gotta do, and people are going to hate, but they're wrong, man. It's like if you're doing it for you and your expression, then you got the right thing going on.
Nah, dude. Anyone who says stay in your own lane, I immediately hated that term, because you see it a lot with like people, I guess, necessarily who share our point of view, generally politically, you could say.
Yeah.
Like, using it. And I even hated it then. It's like, you know, people talking about science, but then like some scientists will come in and like, no, you're super wrong.
Right.
Stay in your lane. And I'm just like, ugh.
So you've been getting it too. You've had people telling you to stay in your lane?
No, I've hated that term no one sold me that. I would fucking lose my mind, I think, if they did. I don't know what would happen. Because I just hate the term in general. Like you can't have an opinion on anything, right?
Right.
Like you might get blown up. Like this is what I think. It's like you step into the ring. I'm not gonna tell you to step. You know what I mean? It's like if you're here to like, you step up. Like be prepared to be confronted. But I'm not gonna tell you to never step up again, right? I'm
Right.
not gonna tell you to like not have an opinion on it.
Right.
Like I don't know, that guy can go straight to hell. That O'More whatever. Dude.
Yeah, and Razor O'More, like, I don't know, man. It's kind of like I said, I don't want to engage with the trolls online because that doesn't get anywhere. Like, I don't need to tell this guy. That's why I wanted to take it like offline and talk about it in this venue because I think I can address a bigger point that I want to make. Like me talking to that dude's not really going to change anything,
Right.
especially through a YouTube comment. But really, the major point is that like this kid made a video. He took the time to make the video, and then just people shat all over it. And it's just like yeah, the music like not necessarily my cup of tea or whatever, but it's like. It's dude, it's his video, right? Like, and that's just what it's all about. It's like I skate the way I want to skate. Like he should skate the way he wants to skate, you know. And M. Razor O'More can skate the way he wants to skate. So like,
It's probably not at all.
I mean, I'm not gonna make any inferences or anything, but
Right.
yeah. But this isn't like that. You got any other trash talk stories off the top of your head or anything or?
It's hard to like come down. Mine is similar to the thing I had in mind was it's just hard to come down off yours. Yours was good.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
But I'll mention it real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Because it's a little bit of different sort of, but it's like the stay in your lane thing. It's just a term I heard the other day that I don't know pissed me off, but it shouldn't. But it's like when we were talking about cyberpunk.
Uh-huh.
But I heard this term called mumblecore. Have you heard of that?
I have not heard mumblecore.
I know, and it's like already just in. Apparently, it's like a movement, not like a necessarily like organized movement, but just like a trend in videos, like movies. I guess the Wikipedia thing says, specifically with like indie films, where they use like a lot of improvised dialogue, and so there's just a ton of like natural speech in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so people just started that, became popular, partly because of, I would assume, like YouTube and things like that, just a lot of in the moment type of videos, and just the term, but they started calling it mumblecore, and to me, if core is going to be there, it's got to be kind of hard. Like, 'cause I heard like back in the day that like, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones were called ska core because they were like a heavier type of, they had like this harder sound, like it wasn't always upbeat, and that made sense to me. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I mean?
cool.
And I know it's just because it's just an easy word to use that it's like a genre, but it just kind of being so freewheeling with it, like mumblecore, like that's not cool. Like if you have like core, maybe it's cool in its own way, but it's not like, tough.
Yeah, like just like
It's
a
not
mumblecore.
core.
Yeah, mumblecore video sounds like pretty dull to me. Like it sounds like it would be illegible. Like it's just like,
Yeah, yeah.
dude, we're mumbling to the max. Like you can't distinguish a single syllable in our mumblecore video. Like
Right.
no, it's not a great name. It's like just thinking about other just kind of name stuff. Like I've seen like some Simpson wave videos, like as opposed to like vaporwave. Like I don't even know what that means, man. Like and like the sound isn't any different either. It's just like a vaporwave song just with like a Simpsons picture in the background. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I know, and they're not good. I've tried to listen to a few too, and I was like, this is dumb.
well, I'm not trying to get in the
I mean, you do you, but it's not for me.
right, exactly. I'm not trying to get into where I'm just trash talking a bunch of other stuff. But I can see the I don't know. I can't tell if it's a joke or not. Like if people are just trying to like create a wave or create a core, or if it's intentionally humorous to give it a name like that, or if it's they're just so eager to start a movement or something. So
Yeah.
which I mean hey, you know what? That's like, just thinking art history or whatever. Just thinking about like the 1930s and stuff, Dada and Futurism and constructivism and all those times. You just had a bunch of dudes in Europe who all wanted to make something happen, and so you just kind of see what sticks.
True.
And those are the names that stuck in the history books, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sure for every name that we do know, there's going to be like 5 or 6 that we didn't, movements that just didn't take off. And so, I mean, more power to them for trying to start something, but it's like, you know, futurism, that's a cool name. Like vaporwave,
Yeah.
that's a cool name. Like
Yeah, Vaporwave's a great name.
like mumblecore, not a real cool name. Like, so it's like you're not doing yourselves any favors, I guess. Like maybe just like
That's how I feel about
rework
it.
that one.
Like, they say moist is like the most unsettling word in the human language or in the English language, and it's like mumble isn't too.
Oh,
You know,
oh damn.
mumble never has like a positive connotation. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No,
Like future, that has a dope connotation. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
it should just call themselves future core, man. That would be really cool. People would be like way interested in that. Like mumbling is the wave of the future, dude. Like check out this future core video. Ah, shit, I shouldn't give him any ideas.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
All right. I say we move on. Should we do some free
Mhm.
play? Should we play some games? Should we do some free
Play,
play?
dude.
Let's play some art games.
Let's do it.
Should you want to start off with you want to play Cyberpunk?
We could do that if you want. Are you itching just to see the God?
Well, I got
Sorry,
you kind of broke up there.
oh, okay, sorry. You were blinking a bunch. The free play was.
Well, yeah, that's my hot animation.
I know. Am I supposed to look?
Huh?
I'm covering it up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Are
no.
you gonna put it up?
Well, I'm gonna put it up. This is my first is it cyberpunk image,
Oh, okay.
and there's a right and a wrong answer to this. So my question is this girl cyberpunk?
I mean, I gotta say yes.
Dude, yes, clearly yes. Like getting juiced up and checking out your digital device, that is that is cyberpunk.
It's real good, man, because it's like a lot of dude. It's like multitasking is pretty cyberpunk, and like doing it to the max, like
She's multitasking the juice bottles, dude.
yeah, it's like
Oh.
it's tiered multitasking. It's like real good.
Yeah,
Plus the glow on her face is like that's really cyberpunk.
totally, man. She's bathed in it. I love it. What you got some cyberpunk images, right? You had one that you wanted to share.
I got where'd it go? Hold on, I gotta bring it up. I accidentally closed the whole folder.
No, I'm dying to see it.
All right. I mean, it's not on the same like. All right, it's in there.
Well, this is the point. It's good if it's not the same because part of the whole idea of this cyberpunk is we're trying to figure it out, man. We're trying to get the definition
Sure.
of cyberpunk. It can be a lot of different things to a lot of different people.
That's true.
All right, so let's see what we got here. We got a crazy receiver setup here. I mean, it feels very vaporwave.
Yeah. And a lot of the ones I find are like in between that, and I think that's why I like them. Like a lot of the ones that I end up saving are like
Yeah.
in between that.
I feel like I'm gonna actually save this image because I can remix it into some stuff, but I don't think it's cyberpunk yet. I think it's vaporwave, but I don't necessarily. I don't know, man. Can you convince me
but
otherwise?
Well, I think the gear is like you take that gear,
Mm-hmm.
you pop it in the rain, or like in some like alley. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no, that'd be pretty
And like
cool.
looking at those like the glow on those buttons,
Yeah,
all those digital displays.
it's some good glow.
Those are some good cyberpunk shapes, like in those displays.
No, I think you're right. You put this on a stoop, like you just got some dudes hanging out on a stoop, and they got this rig, like hanging out with them, and they're just like drinking 40s or whatever, or
Right.
yeah, like yeah, that would be. I think you're right. The gear is definitely fitting in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
It's just not the setting.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, the image is just vaporwave,
All right.
and maybe not even totally vaporwave, but it's. But I like it. I like the image.
I feel it's pretty vaporwave, especially just given this setting too. We'll bring it down here, get one last peek at the whole image. Yeah, I like this
Sweet.
pick quite a bit though. I like a maybe I'll have to find a higher resolution one, but you got another one to send? All I had was that juice. I just had that girl getting juiced up for cyberpunk stuff. Do you have another cyberpunky
For
one?
Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
let's see.
I've got some other ones that you sent me that I really enjoyed. I mean, we can share them here since
I mean, I got one here. These aren't the ones that I found, but this is one that just popped up.
you're not Google searching cyberpunk, are you yet?
No, no, these are just ones I had found already.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm gonna keep it just what I've this for this segment. I like to just what I found over the week.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Do you want to share
Not cyberpunk
that we've
related.
looked at before?
Yeah, not cyberpunk related. I do have a comic book I wanted to share. It's more in the fantasy art kind of thing that I wanted to
Oh,
share.
okay.
But we can get into that if you want.
Okay, sweet, let's do it.
Cool. Well, what I was going to like, I was just flipping through some old comic books and just came across this. How's the lag going? Can you see this? Can you see this Conan cover?
Yeah,
Okay.
Conan right there.
Yeah, Conan the Barbarians. Just
Pretty hype, dude.
yeah, it's a cool cover. This is just some random ass issue, like 179, just some 90s comic kind of thing. And there's just like a few. It's by an artist I really like, John Buscema, and
Mm.
it credited him with the breakdowns, which is kind of like he didn't quite do the pencils. It's breakdowns is kind of nebulous because it could be that he penciled some pages or he just did thumbnails for others, and then the artist finished it off or whatever. But at the very least, he like did the compositions in these, and that's where I think Buscema like really kind of shines. And so, like
Yeah.
this is the first splash page. So this is the first image you see, which I like. He's got kind of that three tiered composition going. So you got like something in the foreground, midground, and background, which I think is pretty effective.
Yeah, dude.
And and
Yeah, dude, this is great, dude. This is sick. Like that cover was dope. This first page you're showing me is dope.
yeah.
There's just a lot of story in both of them, especially this intro one.
Hmm.
It's like this. You can feel the story progress as look through those that you mentioned.
Totally.
It's like and I mean it works like even like as a narrative. It's like there's mystery. It's like okay, like why is he like in the water? And then you like move up. And it's like oh maybe he was shipwrecked or maybe there's a battle or
Hmm.
maybe detailing it down there. But then there's like even more drama, like someone's approaching from the background. It's like, oh, what's gonna happen? Like
Totally.
that's sick, dude. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So I like that. And then later on, this comic actually give you two splash pages down the road. We see Conan, and then here's where he actually wakes up, and this is like where he finds himself, and we actually get the title page. So this is actually like 8 or 9 pages into the book. We don't
Cool.
we finally get the title page, the end of all there is, which is like this super dramatic title, and it's like the story's like really not that dramatic. It's kind of lame.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, no, the story's not that great. Like these like random Conan books are pretty poorly written. This one's like I hate to say it, but the artwork's really good.
Yeah, dude, I love this right here.
Dude, I know, right? Like Buscema's great, dude, and we get just like again, just getting that depth like from that first
Big
image.
time.
Like I love how he like can layer on the shapes and layer on the images to create like this like whole story, and you get a good sense of place in this one.
Yeah, dude. Well, and like in your comics, man, like you want to be able to. Might be a while till you get the next one. You want to be able to like sit on it.
Totally,
Like when
absolutely.
you're reading those like growing up or whatever, and like just being sit on a page like it's like just its own kind of fun. Like outside of any. I mean, it's about the world and it brings you in there, but it's just fun. It's like that scene has so much more value just as an experience.
Yeah, and from like a practical point of view, it's like being able to establish a good sense of place like this can help out with the artist
Oh
down the
yeah.
road. Spending the time you spend on a big splash page like this
Hmm.
can save you time in drawing later on because you don't need to detail like, are we in a castle or not? It's like, no, we know that we're in like a very opulent place because of like this
Yeah,
opening
yeah,
shot,
yeah.
so we can spare in some of the details later. And just another thing I like about this piece is that you got the curtains in the upper left and the upper right, and it kind of feels like we're pulling away a curtain, like we're getting a peek into the scene.
Oh
So
right, yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool too. And then what I had also to show was John Buscema is really good at action shots, and this is like when I first found his work, what I really enjoyed was his action scenes. And so this is just like some action panels we got going on, and the composition on the left I think is so cool. Like I found it was really striking because we have like a swooping motion with Conan's sword, but then we also have a swooping motion the way that the men in the bottom are composed. Like
Uh-huh.
their heads are creating an arc, and so it's like even though they're not getting annihilated, it feels like they're getting annihilated. Like you're just seeing like Conan like slash through like a whole horde of men and just like one image. And I just thought that was like really cool that it feels like he just like
Yeah, dude.
powered through all these guys, and you get a great sense of movement. And then in the second one, I thought it's cool too that he Buscema makes like a star shape out of like the limbs that are coming
Mm.
off, and so we get like the strong downward motion, and then we get like a star like radiating out from like the contact point. And I just thought that was like I thought that was pretty sharp and on point. And
Yeah, dude.
but yeah, it was like but here we also get an example of the dialogue, like the monster. He's saying it's like, "I'll have you know, I find violence most distasteful. You men are upsetting me." It's like, what is this dialogue? Like, it's about all as good as that. Do you have any thoughts on or anything you want to say on these action shots?
I mean, not too more that you had mentioned. Again, like great depth,
Yeah.
great sense of chaos, and it's neat that like both these images have been really busy, but like that one where they're chilling on the bed, like it feels really calm. Everything's really relaxing. Like you feel like you're the one, maybe even partaking in that. Like you're hanging out with these ladies, or
Mm-hmm.
you're hanging out in bed, and then
Mm-hmm.
in this one, it's like you're part of the mayhem. Like you're one of these dudes, like,
Good point.
and they're both real busy, but you can like feel the weight of like these people standing and sitting in the bed and her relaxing. And this one, like everyone's up on their toes and at weird angles, and
Yeah.
uh, it's just chaos. Like you're up in the chaos. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's cool you bring that up because I think it's a testament to Buscema's figure drawing skills and just like how he can get balance on a character and add that weight.
Yeah, it would be neat to compare like I don't know, just like combat action styles. Like I know I think about Naruto a lot, about some of my favorites.
Uh-huh.
Even like comparing it against this, it's like, I mean, I don't know how the comic is necessarily, Conan, but here it's like, we're placed among these dudes like in the chaos, and these dudes are pretty scared. And like I feel like that's it's like more about the, like, obviously it's like cool, like tearing through these dudes, but it's like terrifying. Like you're just seeing his back, like it's really impersonal, you know what I mean? It's like
Definitely.
he's killing this dude, and like we're next, you know what I mean? It's like it's just his back, and like even though he's like that, it's like he's still terrifying. I really like that shot. It's something I wouldn't see, that personally wouldn't do. And I'm trying to think of like other action comics I like, and I don't think they would necessarily use that with like the main character. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, to kind of like make it like impersonal, like you're saying. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it makes him real scary. Like,
It's true. I like what you said. It's something I hadn't considered is that the camera has placed us in the action. Like if we follow the heads of the men at the bottom, it's like our head is next, like looking at on the
yep,
scene.
exactly.
So that's pretty cool. That's something I hadn't considered, but I like that we get down and dirty and personal with it. Um, Another action shot. This is just from earlier in the comic, and I just like these two shots because I just think it shows good composition and good movement through panels. Because a lot of these old comics are pretty strict onto like that 6-panel grid or 4-panel grid, and so you don't have a lot of room to
Okay.
play around with that. And Buscema, I think, is pretty good at that. I like how and through 2 panels, I feel like we get a lot of sense of like speed and weight of just like this guy diving off the cart and then like landing and running, and he uses the direction well. It's like we're arcing up and then arcing back down into the next panel.
Oh yeah,
and
that's neat.
And I like that, and we can kind of carry that momentum into the next panel. So I just like the way he does that. He considers the flow of how the panels are going to go.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was just kind of like a highlights of this Conan comic. Some things that I found that I really enjoyed in that.
Cool. Yeah, these are great shots.
Yeah, thanks. And the last thing I wanted to share from this book, just because this is like some kids' comics, I guess, from the 80s, was how threatening Lionel looks in this picture. It's pretty I don't know, man. Is it just me? Am I projecting too hard here, or does it look like Lionel's like really got a firm grip on that sword while he's staring down? Who is that? That's the Wizard of Oz. It's Dorothy.
Is she from Care Bears?
No, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she's got the red slippers. She's
Yeah,
got the red slippers, and
there.
yeah, she's got the dog. So I don't know, man. I just found this one because I found it a little unsettling. I'm just like, oh man, there's some undertones going on here.
I don't know if I would bet unintentional.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. I think here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily bet unintentional, but it is clear as day, and I think the artist knew. To do this weird thing at the end where I don't know, was this an ad, or was this part of, like, did the same artist we were looking at, were they doing this? Or?
No, this is a different artist. This is just some
Okay.
like random ad in like the middle of the book.
Yeah. I think it had to be obvious. Even that image in a vacuum, right? It's it's clear as day, and the artist had to have known,
Right.
So maybe not intentional, but he's like leaning back too. Who knows?
Well, she seems kind of nervous about it, She seems like to be nervous in the company of these men.
Putting the comma, dude, and fudging. Who's the pink one? I don't remember any of the.
I don't remember the Care Bears at all.
Care Bear names.
Yeah.
But the shrug is pretty funny.
It's good.
The comma after the oh my is like, it's like that Homestar where they make fun of old comics and like they talk really weird, and it's like having a comma in between oh my, like,
yeah,
maybe that's accurate, but no one would do that now. It's like oh my is like it's quick interjection and like oh my. That's pretty funny. That's pretty good. That's funny.
Okay, yeah. So that's my
really
report.
Good anatomy on Lionel, though. It's like he busted out this other stuff and maybe I don't even know if it's the same artist did all of those.
In this,
sure.
Oh well, in the Conan shots, is the same artist. I doubt this is Buscema here, but.
Well, I just mean for this image, same artist for all these figures.
I don't know. I was wondering that myself actually. Just because of the range of being able to do the Care Bears and the other ones. The more representational figures. Hard to say. And
I'd like to just real quick.
Yes.
We've had a few viewers like coming and go, and if y'all have anything to say, like a big part of this is about reaction. Like there's no art without the reaction. So if y'all have something to say, just let us know.
Yeah, we'll read it on stream. And that's probably a good time. We should maybe just we've been going for almost 40 minutes here. We should just say again. This is Talking at Videocast, where myself, Shane Milner, talks with his best bud, Tyler Doak. Yeah, just about anything, really. Mostly art, but I think we're in the art phase. We're just going to be looking at some pics. I just shared a Conan comic. I think Tyler's got some stuff that he wanted to share that he's looked at over the course of the week.
Sweet. You want to move on to that one?
Yeah, let's
nexty.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
All right, sweet. So again, it's themed.
Yeah. What's the theme for today?
Buckle up.
Oh, this is great. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, I forgot.
We gotta get this in the stream. Boom. I know who that is. Maybe someone in the stream can.
You know who it is?
Yeah, I know who that is. Well, I don't know the artist, but I'm wondering if someone in the stream, if someone in the stream can call it the movie if they've seen it.
Because that was my misstep here.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
meant to
okay.
look up the artist.
Dude, I love. Oh my God, are you going to take me on a tour of like 80s movies posters? Because I love this art.
Well, I just had the one. This was just the
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. I got the right person here. Let's brought up else. It was for a movie Over the Top for You, not just Over the Top.
Is this a sequel? Over the Top for You?
No, no, no. It's like some old like horror movie. I'm not sure what that was.
Oh, okay.
Man, I'm a little bummed. I was hoping to artist. I meant to do this. I just forgot.
Well, this is Over the Top, right?
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
Over the Top.
Yeah.
Exquisite movie. I wish he had the cap on in there.
Yeah.
But I like. I didn't do this on purpose, but I like that up the one that isn't the movie poster necessarily.
Sorry, can you say that again? You kind of broke up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't necessarily do this on purpose, but I'm glad that I got the one that isn't necessarily the poster itself. Because I'm gonna bring that one up. And it's actually maybe that's like an entirely different. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, this will be interesting.
Okay.
Okay, we just like walked into something I didn't even intend. So I'm gonna send these over to you. You don't have to necessarily bring them up yet.
Okay. Okay.
Whoops, shit! Don't click on that. Do you have any thoughts at the moment?
On this Over the Top?
This.
Well, as people will, because I mean, for me, this is going to be like the whole thesis on fantasy art, right? And I mean, and let's not deceive ourselves. This is a fantasy, right? This is like an arm wrestling trucker fantasy. This is like urban fantasy. Like, this is not a realistic story. And for me, it's always about the story. Like, how good is the picture depicting the story in the image? And this is great, man. I love that he's got the. He's like arm wrestling so much he needs to put a sleeve on so like protect his elbow, because he's just like, dude, he's like arm wrestling his elbow raw. Like he is just going so hard at it. And the eagle in the background, he's a free spirit, man. He's just like,
that's true. Okay, that's good.
He's just always like flying. You know, he's a trucker, dude, because that's what trucking's all about. It's about the freedom of the road and just being your own boss. You just got to get there, dude. How you get there doesn't matter. Like like, if you got time to do some arm wrestling in the meantime, like...
Right.
Did you...
Dude. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask, did you find the artist on this one?
No, not yet. I'm mad. But I did, again, stumble upon something that... So if you check those...
Yeah.
So click on that second... Sorry, those first two were like whack links. So click on the most recent one I sent. If you could pop that up. If you could side by side it even.
Okay.
Because that's the first thing I want to talk about. But then while bringing that up, I found some other stuff.
Yeah. Be careful with those whack links, because I got a lot running on my computer right now, so...
Right, sorry.
It'll destroy my bandwidth here.
Yeah. I wonder... Yeah, this will get interesting.
Yeah, we're popping it in right now.
There's going to be some neat speculation, I think.
Okay.
So, I mean, just in general, yeah, I love it. I mean, it's got mega muscles. It's a really good likeness.
It is a good likeness.
So, yeah, bring in the most recent one.
Yeah.
Before that one. The one that you just posted.
Oh. Okay, there's one even below that. Okay, I see.
Yeah, so put that one above that guy.
I got it. We're coming.
Yeah.
I didn't see that scroll down below there. It's too over the top, man. I'm gonna put some over the top of this.
Oh yeah.
So we got the German cover here.
Right. And I don't know why the English one didn't come up. That might be blurry. Hopefully not too bad. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the first thing I want to talk about, like like the composition, like for a movie poster, because that first one we looked at was just, having this like empty space and stuff, so you have stuff to work with,
Yeah.
I just think that's kind of interesting.
You're talking about the one on the right that we have side by side here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, on the left, they have room for... As you can see, it's how pretty empty it is on the one on the right.
Totally. Well, I that's funny you bring that up because I wasn't even considering that 'cause the composition doesn't feel empty at all without the type. Like the composition feels whole, and then being able to work with the type also is a success here.
Yeah, yeah. I am filled with joy suddenly.
Yeah.
Kidulting in the chat, our friend Andrew.
Uh huh.
Um,
Hey, Andrew.
he says, "What do you suppose is blowing in the wind? Custody papers." For those who
It's so
haven't
true.
seen the movie,
It's so true.
that's about the that's what it's about, and that's so funny because I I want to say yes, like legitimately, like that's what that is.
Has to be. What else would it be?
I don't know. So yeah, those of you who don't know, another sort of pull is like, he has this trucker lifestyle. He's got to make a living. He's got to make a living on the road. He can't always be there.
It's hard
But
being a
he's
dad.
got to follow his own passions, the passion of arm wrestling.
It's true.
This is all true. But again, like part of the drama is that he's trying to, be a good dad to his kid, like he legit wants to. Sorry, just remind me. There's a great scene where he has a clip-on tie. It's legitimately like funny in the movie, and he's like trying to have this interaction with his kid, and like it kind of fails, and he just like rips the tie off, and it's a clip-on. It's so funny. But yeah, so there's like this battle with him, to I don't remember if it's like custody or at least just maintain half custody with his kid. And so the fact that Andrew brought that up, it pleases me greatly.
Well, that's funny because I mean, whether it is or isn't, like after saying it, I can totally see it, and because I just thought it was kind of like composition, just kind of like to add some speed or motion to it, but
right.
it's totally adding to the story too, which is like exactly what you want in an art piece. Like you want to be able to add to the composition while adding to the story. Like that's way cool.
Yeah, it is great. So good eye, Andrew.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's a great eye. Did you want to compare these two side by side? This
Not too much to say with these two. Just the fact that there's this empty one, and maybe it was like cropped afterward. But yeah, so now we move on to this one, and that's why I wanted to figure out the artist, and you can see some things that have changed. That
yeah.
The avian in the background is actually his hood ornament. The crash is from a specific scene. It's like the final climax, which kind of bugs me that's like it's like one of the final scenes in the movie that they have that on the front. But the custody papers are gone, which is kind of a bummer. And I'm wondering, like, is this the same artist?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too. Stylistically, I'm trying to look at it. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. But I do like, whether it's intentional or not, like all those like airbrush lens flares in the background just remind me of like car art in general. I don't think he had too much on his rig besides the hood ornament, but it's evocative of that.
Yeah, that's true.
He's definitely a lot fiercer here. The contrast is much higher.
I missed the sleeve. I missed the sleeve.
Yeah, it is. The sleeve is pretty cool. Like it's
it's kind of like armor too. It makes him look like this like arm wrestling warrior. Like
yeah, which he is. And again, if you haven't seen the movie, like he has a weight machine like in his truck, so like he's driving for miles and miles, and he literally works out the whole time just to get fucking blasted.
That's great.
It is.
Hey, now correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not used to have over the top viewing parties? Is that a true statement? You used to have these.
True statement. We had interactive movie night. So the inaugural movie that we watched was Over the Top. The first movie that we actually watched was like all the Rockies. I was just hanging out with these Mormon girls, and they were watching Rocky, and they're like, "Let's watch all of them." And I was like, "Yes, please." And then
yes, please, Dream Girls.
And then yeah, I know. And then I asked them if they had ever heard of Over the Top, and they had. And she's like, "I own that movie." And so we were just started, talking about the movie a little bit, and they're like, "Dude, let's do it again next week, and we'll dress up like truckers." And then it got more interactive. Like we did all arm wrestled, and we dressed like truckers. It was fun. So we all wore hats so we could do the switch, which is
That's great.
yeah. Like it may not be necessarily the best thing for a movie poster, but it would have been kind of nice if he had the hat on.
Yeah, they probably want to show off his hair, right? 'Cause he's like the leading man,
Yeah.
and part of being a leading man is having a chiseled jaw and like a good head of hair. And
It's
so
true, it's true.
I mean, I'm just speculating, but
Yeah, and I mean his hair is great in these, which is pretty fun.
yeah, it's good.
But it almost seems like the one on the right is like a first pass or something. You can see, especially like comparing them,
Hmm.
like how busted up that car looks really good on the left. And obviously like the rendering of like all the veins and stuff. Like,
Well, I think it's that's true. The veins look great. It's like a change of focus. The one on the left, the focus is on the car crash. The one on the right, the focus is on the fist. So it's like,
Yeah.
are we focusing on like trucker action, or are we focusing on arm wrestling action? And
it's
I think, well, it's subtle. It's like it's super
Yeah,
subtle,
it is.
dude. It's just like a really like you can only see a little bit more of that car in the one on the left, just like a little bit
Right.
more, but you get so much. It adds so much focus to it because you can see like the shrapnel flying off of it and everything. So
Yeah. And the gesture on the one on the right, I like in the fist, I like 20 times more. It's like
the little turn to it.
yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
like,
true.
I am taking charge. And the other one, it's more like stoic, like he's just holding strong, like Goku or something.
Or like he's shifting.
yeah. Anyway, this movie is legit fun.
Yeah.
It's super campy, silly, but yeah, it's good.
Well, I will come clean here and admit one thing that I've never seen it all the way through,
That's okay. A lot of people haven't.
like
and,
start
I
to
mean,
finish.
It's one of the few movies I own.
You let me off light on that one, man. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine.
Well, I think that was good. That was a good free play, man. Like that was
Yeah, it was.
that was a good share. I would propose that let's move on to our final segment because we're coming up on 52 minutes here. We'll be hitting our hour-long goal just about perfectly.
Nice.
The last segment we have here is Google Define. This is the segment where we will let Google, our arbiter of information in our new pre-apocalyptic dystopian present, Google will define history. Let's let it define. What should Google define today, Tyler? Should we define skateboard history? Should we define arm wrestling? Like, essentially, the conceit here is that we will use Google image search and we will pick the first image that shows up, and that will be the definition of whatever that controversial term may be.
I gotta say that like I was very excited for this segment,
Yeah.
but the thrill I'm feeling right now, I had no idea. I wait eagerly
The stakes
for
are
the
so high.
arbiter above
Yeah.
to just clarify and bring revelation to what these terms mean.
Right.
We've got to know.
Yeah, we gotta know. So we
But we gotta ask the right question.
we gotta ask the right questions. So we talked about a few things today. We had some controversy on what skateboard history really means. We've got some controversy on mumblecore, and in tangential to that, Simpson wave, and then we also got some arm wrestling, or maybe custody papers. What strikes you today? Any of those, Tyler, or is there anything that you would just want to throw out of there?
I don't know. Well, definitely our mortal minds in our limited power have already disproven any sort of truth that is to mumblecore, so that's out of there.
It's not even a thing. Let's not give it the hits. Let's not even give it the hits.
Yeah.
Because the more we search it, the more power it gains.
It's true. Don't do it. What are you leaning on? What does your heart say?
Dude, my heart, I want to figure out once and for all what is skateboard history. What is
I was leaning towards a couple, and that one, with our hearts combined, I think that's the answer. The question.
All right. Well, I'm going to search up skateboard history, that term exactly. And all right. Are you going to do the same?
What's that? Oh, right. We get different things, huh?
Yeah, we do. Because here's the other thing that we must remind ourselves as history is being written as as we speak, that it's different for everybody, man. Like the internet is not universal. Like the way we all experience reality differently. We don't see through the same set of eyes. We also do not see the same internet, like from computer to computer. So, yeah. So here's what I got.
It didn't take me to the thing I clicked on. Please, just take me there.
The history of skateboarding. Let's bring it up on the. Let's bring it up on the old.
Mine's the same.
It's the same. It's unanimous. It is the evolution of skateboarding is the history of skateboarding. Well, that's comforting to know that there's room for all types of skateboarding. We even have longboards on there. We've got 80s boards. We've got modern decks. We've got banana boards. We've got some like weird push cart contraption.
It's true, and I like this image. Like, you got some that's more. It's got that beach feel. It's got that West Coast like '70s sort of surfer culture influence. You know, real big emphasis on the wood itself.
Totally.
Some of the colors and stuff, and then you got classic like. Kind of wish that final one had something a little more graphical.
I know, right? Like, because that's totally part of skateboarding. I mean,
yeah.
This show is about our general interest, so I'll definitely bring up skateboard graphics at some point. So,
definitely.
But yeah, you're right. It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, and having that skull there, like, that's good stuff. And it's just sort of like a catch-all for a lot of cultures, which I think is cool that they use that in this image.
Yeah. So I think I don't know. For me, it's like this feels gratifying to see that the history of skateboarding, that skateboard history is not just like it is a culmination of all of it. It's
true.
It's just riding your deck, man. That's you're part of it. If you're just out there pushing wood, that's
true.
That's good to know. Well, I feel satisfied with that. Maybe, do you feel satisfied with that answer?
I feel satisfied, dude.
Great.
That's it. That's skateboard history, and it goes into the post that you made. Like, it's for everybody. It's a lot more than just like what you think skateboarding is right now. It's not just for a ramp or whatever. It's not what you think it is. It's what everyone who gets out there gets to be a part of it.
Totally.
If you like want someone to stay in their own lane, like you're the one who thinks that like there are lanes, and like you're the scrub, man. Like
it's totally true, man. And like no, I'll bring this image one more time. I'm glad you said that, because if everyone stayed in their own lane, we wouldn't have this evolution of skateboarding, right? Like it would be stagnant. We'd still be pushing wood on a soapbox thing. Like it's crazy.
Exactly.
It's like it's all about taking it and doing something new, or really just doing what you want. Like it doesn't even have to be new. Just doing what you want, man. And it'll change. It'll change it. Well, cool, dude. That was a good time.
That was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Dude, it was good. We had nothing but good stuff. I felt good doing it. Like,
yeah, I got serotonin popping. Me
too, dude.
My brain is bubbling. It feels good. Well, hey, thanks for everyone. Thanks for Andrew popping in and saying hey and shedding some light on those custody papers. That was
dude. I would have totally forgot. That's super good.
That's great. So that's it's Andrew. He's at Kidulting. My name's Shane. I'm at meta_mop on Twitter. You can also, my website's gridtown.co. I make comics and stuff. And Tyler, where can people follow you?
Yeah, on Twitter at CAS_kicks. That's Culture Attack Studio. I'm a game developer. I do illustration too, but game dev is my big thing. All of my stuff can be found on Twitter. I have a website, but don't go there.
Yeah, it's true. Tyler posts up a lot of GIFs and just progress stuff. So
again, it would be a big help if you shared this. It's at twitch.tv/metamop, no underscore this time. The show is Talking At. That may or may not change. The brand between us is Talking At, I think.
Yeah.
Our mutual brand, but
well, I think
I don't know if it necessarily matches the thing anymore. Maybe it does.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like we talked at a lot. Like
That's true. Um,
I feel like we're on brand.
but in going along with that is that it is um, open for the community. Like,
Totally.
it's pretty seat of our pants, and I think that's part of the fun. And with that, we leave it open for people to join in with us. Bring your own images. You can comment. You can even just provide an image without comment. Like, you can just be a part of it. Just like we said, you get out there and do your thing. You can become a part of the culture. So we really, really push for that. So.
Yeah, that's totally part of it. I think you said it great. It is just about building that community, and we want to encourage engagement in a positive way. So that's what it's about, man. So thank you to my co-host Tyler for sharing some images, and thanks for everyone who watched this. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, dude. Take care, everyone.
Bye.